The World Health Organization held a special event in the blockaded Gaza Strip to highlight the barriers to the right to health in the occupied Palestinian territories. The WHO launched 2 reports on the right to health, which outline the impact of Israeli practices on the health of Palestinians. The reports also show how restraints to movement placed by Israel and protection gaps cause health inequities and create substantial barriers to healthcare access in the occupied West Bank and the Gaza Strip.
Arbitrary delay and denial of Palestinian patients having access to referral services, for example, from Gaza to East Jerusalem or the West Bank, or from the West Bank to East Jerusalem or wherever. Arbitrary denial and delay of patients' access, but also of goods and medical supply, should stop.
The Gaza Strip already suffers from lack of medicines and medical supplies. Over 1,000 patients have died since 2007 because of the inhumane Israeli practices. The health system in the tiny coastal territory has been battered by Israel's lengthy blockade.
All the sectors of Gaza Strip is affected, mainly the health sectors. We are suffering here in Gaza Strip from the chronic shortage of medicine. Our main message for the international community is to put more pressure on the Israeli government to guarantee the right to health.
According to the WHO report, since 2019, over a third of patient registration applications and over half of permits for companions were not approved in time by the Israeli regime, preventing patients from reaching their hospital appointments. Dozens of Gazan patients have died in recent years due to Israel's refusal to grant them exit permits to travel to the occupied West Bank or Al-Quds for medical treatment.
Blockade, which means, again, restrictions on the movement, make it mission impossible and difficult for those who want to pursue their medication outside Gaza. The infrastructure of the health sector is almost collapsing. So, talking about the serious violations of international law, serious violations on the belligerent occupation force vis-à-vis protected civilians in the occupied territories.
Human rights groups have raised the alarm over Israel's violation of international laws by depriving Gazans of the freedom of movement. Gazans have been facing difficulties in receiving medical care for several years now. Gaza's Ministry of Health blames the Israeli blockade for the people's endless suffering. Ashraf Shanan, Press TV Gaza.